Well, welcome back. I'm Marlin Bohling, your tour guide to the ag commodities, and so glad you could join us here on a Tuesday. We have a lot going on. Had some overnight sales of soybeans and soybean meal. Let's see if it's impacting the trade at all or not. Let's go to our quotes provided by Bar Chart, and we'll start with the corn. How does that sound? On corn, here we go to the big board, and we have December now trading a penny and a half lower at $4.94 3/4. Hasn't really budged very much from the opening bell here this morning. On soybeans, now after the big export sales numbers came out this morning, you know, they propped it up for maybe a little bit. Not so much. We are down 5 now at $14 3/4 of a cent. We're coming off of that high by about 2 cents right now on November. We're at $13.92. Just not much of a bounce out of that news about the soybean sale, and it was over 200,000 tons to unknown destinations, plus some soy meal, and that was 150,000 tons. You add that on top of what we had earlier this week, and just no response. So soybean market just kind of dead in the water today. Now on Chicago wheat in December, we're down 10.5 at 606.5. It seems to be getting weaker as we go. Kansas City on December, we're down 11.5 now at 738.25. Same story there, 11 cents off of its earlier high last night. And Minneapolis wheat, December up a penny at 792.5. So there's one plus sign for you. On the cotton trade, we'll go with December new crop. It's up 55 points at 87.42 per pound. Pretty close to the high of the day, within 7 points. So there's another plus sign for you. I've got Ben Hushon on the line. He's with the mill. He's in Whitehall, Maryland. And Ben, I noticed when I got the USDA numbers from the crop condition report yesterday, that includes soil moisture updates on there. And one of the things that jumped off the page at me was the fact that Maryland just really went backwards big time in their soil moisture ratings just last week. I think it was like 35 points lower on moisture availability. Is that right?
Good morning, Marlin. I would certainly not disagree with that. We have gone a good solid 3 weeks. Several weeks ago, I talked about a windstorm that brought us a quarter, in some cases a half inch, and that didn't cover the entire area. So really, it'd be hard. There's pockets, pretty significant areas in Maryland that probably haven't seen any measurable rain in closer to 4 weeks. So it's I would not disagree with that at all. That's probably spot on.
Wow, what a switch. Okay, so what are farmers up to this week here? I would imagine they're kind of getting prepared for harvest coming up.
Well, we hope, I'm going to be a little selfish, we hope that they're all coming to our Crop Showcase Field Day tomorrow, but we know in reality, silage chopping, we're out doing some prep work today, and we're seeing silage wagons going by, and there's not a lot of dairy, still some beef operations, so it's not a huge impact like it would be on up in Pennsylvania and some other pockets in Maryland. But corn silage is being chopped pretty heavily right now. The biggest thing, and I sit in for some viewers, you know, it's one of those things you almost feel like you wake up every so often and go, wow, corn is starting to change. And that's what we're seeing, especially when you contrast it to the soybeans that are still so deep green that they're almost a blue green, and the corn is truly turned the corner, and the majority of it we're finding has begun to dent, and of course in the case of some of the silage that was planted earlier, it's even further along than that. So that's what, and also keeping an eye out. I saw a field last night that some late blight had hit, and we're still watching. There's a little bit of, we're thankful, there's only a little bit of tar spots so far, and that was over in Cecil County, Maryland. We've not found any Harford, Baltimore, Carroll County yet.
Well, Ben, thank you so much for the update. And gosh, I hate to hear that you're not getting the rain. Hopefully the corn got enough rain earlier when it was establishing the ear size that it went ahead and made a normal ear this year. Anxious to see what kind of yield results you get when the crop is finally done here in the next couple of weeks. Ben Hushon is with the mill. He's in Whitehall, Maryland. Now, we'll pause right here and we'll come back and we'll take a look at the latest on our market action for livestock when we come back.